What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Corbin Hubble. Great to be with you. I am your host. Today we're going to be talking about the latest news going on in the world. Going on in my world. Today we're going to be talking about the Archdiocese of Chicago will be awarding at the request of, or at the permission, at the support or endorsement of Cardinal Cupich, one of the few cardinals, U.S. Catholic cardinals in America. His own Archdiocese of Chicago is awarding Senator Dick Durbin with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, Cardinal Cupich of Chicago announced plans to present Senator Dick Durbin with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Archdiocese Immigration Fundraiser on November 3rd, recognizing his advocacy for immigrants and undocumented workers. At least 5 U.S. bishops, including Thomas Paprocki of Springfield and Salvatore Cordileone of San Francisco, criticized the decision as violating Catholic teachings due to Durbin's consistent support for abortion rights and opposition to born-alive protections. Cupich defended the honor by emphasizing a consistent ethic of life that includes immigration efforts in line with Vatican guidelines on engaging dissenting Catholics. Now, Catholic Twitter is up in arms, and rightfully so. I'm not going to hide my position on this. This is ridiculous. I do believe this is scandalous. This is an atrocity that a U.S. cardinal is awarding a adamantly pro-abortion senator a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's ridiculous. Oh, and he's Catholic too, by the way. A Catholic abortionist. That's not how this works. Excuse me, Cardinal. I know I'm not a bishop. I know I'm not a priest. I know I'm not a clerical member. I am a simple lay faithful. But I know what a Catholic is. And I know that a Catholic cannot support abortion. I know that a Catholic cannot advocate for abortion. I know a Catholic cannot procure an abortion or coerce someone into getting an abortion or support it in any way, shape, or form. Now, you might be asking, Corbin, can you read? This award isn't for abortion, silly goose. This award is for immigration. Oh, I had no idea. Thank you for telling me that this award isn't specifically about abortion. Thank you for telling me that the Cardinal Cupich is giving a senator an award for immigration, and he just happens to be Catholic, and oh, by the way, he still advocates for the killing of unborn children, like all the time. You can't really separate the two. Abortion and the right to life. The right to life is the preeminent, the first and foremost, most important issue that anyone has to be for. I mean, if you don't have the right to life, what do you have? Nothing. And also, I have to throw this in there because people seem to forget or not realize or simply not understand or have never given it a second thought. Everybody who is for abortion has not suffered from the consequences of being aborted. Do you know what it means to be aborted? It means you die. Now, we all share a life experience. That's what the left, that's what the Democrats, that's what these progressives, these liberals, they love to say, oh, it's all about the human experience. Oh, it's all about this shared experience we call our human lives, and we get to share it with one another, and we're just humans together on this planet, and we're just one big human family. And they have this, they emphasize the human experience. You want to know a human experience that we've all shared? Every single person alive, you, me, everybody you know, every person you've ever seen ever in your life. You want to know a shared experience that we've all had? Conception and birth. and everything in between. We don't become a new human being once we are born. We do not become a new human being once we take our first breath. We don't become a new human being after 6 weeks, after 8 weeks, after 15 weeks, after the first trimester, after the third trimester. If you are alive, and if you were ever alive, if you were ever conceived, even those who pass away from miscarriages, who are aborted, who have complications throughout pregnancy, we all share a human experience in the womb. We all share that experience. You might say, oh, well, we don't remember it, so it actually never happened. Okay, remember everything that ever happened right now. Remember every dream you've ever had and tell me everything. Remember what you were thinking when you were sleeping. Just because you are unconscious, just because you are sleeping, just because you are in the womb, in a different location, that doesn't mean that your life is any less valuable than someone else's. The right to life is a basic human right. If we want to champion basic human rights, we have to champion the right to life. We cannot be championing killing children. That's not a good thing. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are advocating for the killing of children, that's a bad idea. That's a no-no. That's kind of like the worst thing ever, okay? But I guess if you're Cardinal Cupich of Chicago, big deal. We're just gonna talk about immigration. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that part about killing children, and we're gonna focus on, just flooding our country with immigrants. And you did a really good job of just opening up the floodgates, Senator Durbin, and just letting all these illegal immigrants come in, letting all these third worldists, letting all these third world immigrants fleeing persecution, fleeing wars that we started, our United States started at the behest of other countries. We don't have to get into all those details. I'm not a pro-immigration guy in the first place, so I wouldn't give this guy an award even for immigration. I wouldn't give this guy an award for jack diddly squat, okay? Not a fan of this guy. But anyway, we're gonna get into some of these tweets about this going on today. We're going to talk about some of the bishops that are opposing it, and we're going to have a call to prayer. Call to prayer, ask the Lord to change Cardinal Cupich's heart, to soften his heart, to allow him to realize that abortion is never okay. And even in the case of awarding something to someone for something totally other than abortion, look, if you are a criminal, let's say, oh man, okay, so let's have an example. Let's say you're a great philanthropist, all right? Let's say you're a great philanthropist and you give a lot of money to a lot of good organizations, and you're really well known by a lot of politicians and a lot of government leaders, and you treat them well, you host these big events, you bring people in, you have a great time, you donate a lot of money, everyone loves you. You own your own island, you bring in world leaders, you're funding all these different organizations, you have a network of people, you're working for some foreign agency, some foreign intelligence agency, and your name is Jeffrey Epstein. All of the senators or representatives or heads of state, any association with this man who was philanthropic, I'm not saying that right, philanthropic, I think that's the word, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Any association with someone who was donating a lot of money or fighting for a good cause, that's not going to pass the smell test when you realize that he was trafficking children. And you know what? I'll even say, hey, at least he wasn't murdering children. I mean, not that we know of. So I would say that this is even worse. Like, you're advocating for killing children. Like, don't let them live. Oh, don't let them have a life. Oh, quick, you got to kill them. What? What are we doing? What are we doing? Crazy. LifeSite News picked it up. Yeah, I mean, obviously, and this goes without saying, the Catholic Church obviously teaches that abortion is unacceptable throughout any length, any time during pregnancy. It very clearly states that a Catholic cannot be pro-abortion either in their personal lives or in their public lives, like public servants, politicians. If you support abortion, you are basically excommunicated. I believe that Senator Durbin was barred from receiving the Eucharist, receiving communion in his diocese, so he went somewhere else. And I think that's been the case since like 2016, 2017, something like that. And Cardinal Cupich obviously knows that. Oh, but that's okay. Yeah, he's barred from receiving communion. Yeah, he wants to kill children, but you know, he just kind of lets everyone in our country to do whatever they want. So I'm going to give him a big gold star in front of everyone. From our diocese, by the way. Oh, but we're totally not endorsing any of his other political stances on abortion or other things. And if you know anything about Cardinal Cupich, I mean, this is kind of predictable. Cardinal Cupich is not the most conservative guy, all right? I would, and granted, I still respect his authority as cardinal. I respect his authority in the church. He is a valid priest. He's a valid bishop, a valid cardinal, and I respect his authority. However, I do think that there is a duty among Catholics to point out the obvious and say, excuse me, respectfully, Cardinal, I think this might cause scandal among the faithful. And thank the Lord for good bishops. We have a couple of bishops. Oh, look at this. This is my own bishop. Bishop James Conley of Nebraska condemns Cardinal Cupich's decision to honor pro-abortion Dick Durbin. He says, I too was shocked and bewildered to learn of this Lifetime Achievement Award to be presented to the U.S. Senator Dick Durbin. The senator's public record has been consistently pro-abortion, and he has opposed any protections or safeguards for unborn children in the womb, even to the point of rejecting legislation to protect children who survive failed abortions. That goes against the fundamental moral principles of the Catholic Church. It seems to me there is still time to reconsider this decision, and I pray for the good of the Church, this award is not given to Senator Durbin, and the scandal it will likely cause to the faithful is avoided. Absolutely. Thank you, Bishop Conley. Thank you, Your Excellency. Lila Rose also chimed in saying this is shameful, and the blood of innocent children cry out. Archbishop Cordileone, he was one of the first ones to step up and say something. He goes, imagine this. A prominent member of the U.S. Senate has a very strong record on defending the human dignity of life in the womb, but also advocates for the funding of Border Patrol agents who shoot people trying to enter the country illegally. Would anyone think it's reasonable to honor such a senator for the senator's pro-life record on abortion? No one advocates for the direct, intentional killing of innocent human life. No one who advocates for the direct, intentional killing of human life should be honored. Duh! Obviously, no one who advocates for the death of innocent people should be honored in any way, shape, or form, especially by the Catholic Church. Are you kidding? It's pathetic. It's really pathetic. It's atrocious. And yeah, I mean, even though this award has not been presented yet, this was announced long ago, and Cardinal Cupich has defended this time and time again. I mean, I pray that he'll change his heart. I pray he'll change his mind and he won't award this terrible senator this achievement award from the diocese, the Archdiocese of Chicago. But I don't know. I mean, it sounds like he's going to do it anyway. People are saying that Pope Leo should step in. I don't think that's out of line. But I mean, the Pope is dealing with matters of the world. Now, with the Pope being a American, Peruvian, Maybe he will. We'll see. I would be very impressed. I would be very surprised, honestly, to see Pope Leo step in and correct Cardinal Cupich. But I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't really believe that's going to happen. Some guy named Chad Pecknold, I don't know who this guy is. He's a professor at Catholic University, co-founder and editor of the postliberalorder.com. He says we now have, in response to Bishop Conley's statement, he says we now have 3 highly esteemed bishops, Archbishop Cordileone, Bishops Prop Rocky and Conley, all offering fraternal correction to Cardinal Cupich. This is uncommon and strikes me as more than justified. What do you think? Absolutely. I mean, it is uncommon, but I do think that things like this may become more and more common. I think we saw something similar to this under the Francis pontificate, Pope Francis, when Bishop Strickland was removed, or before he was even removed from his diocese in Tyler, Texas. But that was a very uncommon thing. Now this is a little bit more, and I do think that we need bishops to stand up when they're staring in the face scandal. I don't think that bishops, and really what bishops are shepherds of their diocese, shepherds of their flock, hundreds of thousands of people, almost millions of people in some cases. When bishops are silent, the evil one will divide us. Bishops have to speak up and be unified, or at the very least, have disagreements and talk to one another and figure out why they disagree with one another. If they disagree, obviously, we're not seeing eye to eye, and we got to get together and we got to keep talking. But I think fraternal correction is exactly what the church needs when you have individuals like Cupich who are awarding abortionists lifetime achievement awards from the diocese, from the Archdiocese of Chicago. It's absolutely ridiculous. Cardinal Cupich, doubles down. At the heart of the consistent ethic of life is the recognition that Catholic teaching on life and dignity cannot be reduced to a single issue, even an issue as important as abortion. Again, it's like, respectfully, I disagree. It's like, this is a political issue. Like, this should not be a political issue. Abortion should be black and white, unacceptable. The Catholic Church teaches that life begins at conception. All of biology agrees and says life begins at conception. And of course, if Cardinal Cupich was making the argument that, Cardinal or Senator Durbin, maybe he was a hateful bigot, like the worst person, like maybe he was literally Hitler, but he did some good stuff with immigration. No, that's not what would happen in that case. So again, it's ridiculous. I really think that gets the point across. I don't think I have to go on much longer about it. We were going to read a story from the Catholic News Agency. This is just the opposition mounting to the Archdiocese of Chicago about this Lifetime Achievement Award. This article basically just talks about the bishops who are joining in this fraternal correction of Cardinal Cupich. Bishop David Ricken of, I think, Green Bay. He was the latest one to come out and condemn this Lifetime Achievement Award. Archbishop Cordileone, again with him, Bishop Conley, Bishop Wall. So, Cupich is defending this. And look, Catholics, we have an obligation. It's a corporal work of mercy to welcome the migrant. But what does that really look like? Does that mean, everyone, quick, come in. I'm opening up the gates, come in. It's like, no. Like, people are so low IQ when it comes to church teaching. They just like, we have to love everyone, so that means everyone do what they want all the time. what? Like, no. Like, wait a second. What does it mean to love? What does it mean to will the good? What is good? What is loving? How do we correct unloving actions? How do we correct evil? You know, it's like there are methods and there are strategies and there are things that have worked and there are things that are obviously not working. So we kind of got to rethink some things. But when it comes to abortion, I mean, that's just such a huge issue. It's a huge issue because almost a quarter of my generation has been murdered. That's a genocide. Millions and millions of babies are murdered because, I'm not ready to be a mom. I kind of want to focus on my career. It's just another form of birth control. It really is evil. It's really evil. These women are sacrificing children for money, for prosperity, for fame, or so they think. In reality, they are sacrificing their child for a lie. The lie is that, oh, if you have this kid, oh, you're going to be so sad. Oh, you're going to be so depressed. Oh, you're going to get fired from your job. Oh, no one's going to ever be able to take care of this kid. Like, oh, you're going to have to drop everything. And it's like, there is so much support out there for especially single moms. There are women's health care centers. There are nonprofits. There are churches. There are communities that are eager to help with these kind of needs. But ultimately, too, we have to realize that we have a cultural problem of promiscuity, of hookup culture, of having children out of wedlock, divorced parents, broken up families, abuse. And it's another mechanism of the evil one. I mean, Satan manifests evil in so many sophisticated ways, and to be frank, within all of our hearts, he uses these evil means. We all have weaknesses. We all have brokenness to one degree or another. Satan knows what our weaknesses are, and he exploits those. And he gets us to think that we have no other way. He gets us to think that we have to get an abortion because, oh, we can't raise a kid right now. Oh, we're not financially ready. Oh, I'm not mentally ready. Oh, whatever it might be. The evil one lies to you. He is the prince of darkness. He is the father of lies. And he manipulates us. Literally manipulating us so far to kill our own children. And to me, it seems that Cardinal Cupich is being manipulated by Satan to award a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Archdiocese of Chicago, giving this award to a pro-abortionist, someone who is advocating for the killing of children. You can't tell me that there's something terribly wrong here. So we pray for Cardinal Cupich. We pray for Senator Durbin, and we pray for our leaders within the church. We pray for the church herself. We pray for the enemies of the church, especially the enemies within the church. We pray for them. And we ask the Lord to continue to guide his church as he's done throughout all of history. So I'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Say a prayer this week for the unborn. Say a prayer this week for our church. And say a prayer for me. I could always use it. All right, I'm logging off. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.